You know that feeling? It's 2 in the morning, you're staring at the ceiling, and your brain decides now is the time to solve life's biggest questions.
Oh, yeah. The 2 a.m. existential stare down. I know it well.
And it's always the same loop, like, why am I here? Or am I actually any good at what I do?
Or just, why isn't anything working out? And you think if you just, grind your mental gears a little harder, the big answer will just pop out.
Exactly. And when it doesn't pop, the answer never, ever appears.
Never.
So what do? We go looking for more data. We buy the books, watch the videos, sign up for the online course. We treat our own soul like it's a research project.
Right, the information trap. The logic is, if I consume enough, I'll fix the emptiness. But our source material today points out that this just leads to, well, you don't get enlightened. You get what they call mentally obese.
Mentally obese. Wow, that's a pretty visceral image.
It's accurate, though, isn't it? You're heavy with theories and concepts, but you're still starving for, actual peace. You haven't digested anything.
That hits a little too close to home. So today's deep dive is about the opposite of that, the opposite of hoarding information. We're getting into Zen.
We are.
But, and I want to be clear here, we're not talking about the, spa music and scented candles version of Zen, are we?
No, not at all. That's a crucial distinction. This isn't pop culture Zen. This is Zen as a weapon, a tool.
Zen as a weapon. I like that. It implies it's active, not just passive relaxation.
Precisely. And the core idea here is, well, it's pretty radical. It says the problem isn't that the answers are hard to find.
Okay.
The problem is that your questions are broken.
Broken questions. That's a big claim.
It's a framing error. We're trying to solve a complex issue with a flawed tool. And to fix it, we need to introduce a concept from the Zen tradition. It's a single word.
And that word is mu.
Mu, M-U. And it isn't an answer to write down. The texts describe it as a kind of sword.
A sword to cut through these mental loops.
Okay.
So before we pick up the sword, let's understand the battlefield. What are we actually doing when we do Zen?
So if you strip away all the, the robes and the incense, the definition is fascinating. Zen isn't about accumulating knowledge to get smarter. It's about getting lost less.
Getting lost less. I like that. It implies we're already on the path. We just keep wandering off.
We wander off into our thoughts, our stories about how things should be. The source material lays out 3 simple rules to stop that wandering.
Okay, what are they?
First, do not add thought. Don't layer analysis over observation.
Just see what's there.
Second, do not decorate the truth. No filters. And third,
Let me guess, this is the tricky one.
do not create a new identity.
The spiritual ego, right? Look at me, I'm so Zen, I'm so much calmer than everyone else.
Exactly. It's just another mask. You swap the anxious person mask for the enlightened person mask. Zen says drop all the masks. It's about direct seeing.
Okay, let's make that concrete. The sources use a great analogy about seeing a car. Walk me through normal seeing versus Zen seeing.
Sure. So a fancy sports car drives by, normal seeing kicks in, and it's instant storytelling. Your brain goes, wow, that's expensive. I bet the driver's arrogant. Actually, that red is a bit tacky. He's probably compensating for something.
And the car was only there for, 2 seconds? But I've written an entire biography of the driver.
Precisely. You've buried reality under a narrative. Zen seeing is like a mirror. A mirror just reflects. It sees the red shape, the movement, the light, doesn't think that's tacky.
It just reflects red car moving. That's it.
That's the truth. The rest is just drama your brain manufactured.
And we actually have neuroscience that backs this up now, don't we? This isn't just ancient mysticism.
No, it's remarkably consistent with brain science. We're talking about the default mode network, the DMN.
The DMN.
It's the part of your brain that lights up when you're not focused on a task. It's the daydreaming, self-referencing, worrying about the future part of you.
The drama factory.
It is the drama factory. And Zen practice is essentially a workout to quiet that network down, to stop the storytelling so you can actually see what's in front of you.
Okay, so we're addicted to storytelling. Our brains love the drama. This is where Mu comes in. This is the circuit breaker.
Yes. And to get Mu, we have to look at one of the most famous Zen stories, or koans. It's about a monk and a master named Joshu.
Okay, set the scene.
A monk comes to Master Joshu and asks this very serious theological question. He asks, does a dog have Buddha nature?
Okay, and the standard teaching in Buddhism is that all beings have Buddha nature, right? So the textbook answer is yes.
Exactly. But if Joshu just says yes, the monk goes, okay, got it. He files that piece of information away and walks off completely unchanged. He's still stuck in the information trap.
Right, but he can't say no because then he'd be contradicting the doctrine.
He's cornered. Yes feeds the intellect. No is a lie. So what does he do? He just shouts, moo.
Moo. So does that just mean no in this context?
Well, if you look it up, moo, or wu in Chinese, can mean not or nothingness. But here it's not a yes or a no, it's a command. It means stop.
This question is invalid.
Exactly. He's rejecting the very foundation of the question. The question, does it have it or not, is a binary trap. Have versus have not.
Yes versus no.
And Joshu is using moo to smash that binary thinking. He's saying the truth is outside your little boxes.
That's why the source is compared to an electrical circuit breaker. I love that analogy.
It's perfect. When your system gets overloaded, too much heat, the breaker trips, pop, the power cuts.
And it saves the house from burning down.
Moo is the mental breaker. When your mind starts that loop, am I right or wrong? Do they like me or hate me? You use moo to cut the power. You don't answer the question, you delete it.
Okay, this is where we need to bring it into the 21st century. Because most of us are not, worrying about our dog's Buddha nature.
Probably not, although I think my dog is pretty enlightened.
True. But we are worrying about our own modern traps.
Yeah.
Am I a success or a failure? Is this the right job or the wrong job?
And the brain loves those categories because they feel safe. Black and white feels certain, but reality is complex, it's messy, it's impermanent.
So trying to force life into these little boxes creates friction. It creates that looping, what psychologists call rumination.
That's the engine of anxiety right there.
Let's use the example from the notes because it's so painfully relatable. The unanswered text message.
Oh, the classic anxiety spiral.
You sent an important text. 3 hours go by. Nothing. Go.
Okay, the binary trap slams shut. The story starts. They haven't replied because they're mad at me. Or, I said something stupid.
I have no value.
Your brain is desperately trying to categorize the silence into good or bad.
And you feel it in your body, right? The tight chest, checking your phone every 30 seconds.
Right, so here's how you apply it. The moment you catch that, they hate me thought, moo.
You just mentally shout it at yourself.
You use it to cut the narrative, and then, this is the crucial bit, you return to the fact, not the story, the fact.
Okay, so what are the facts in this situation?
Fact 1, the text has not been answered. That's it. Fact 2, I feel a sensation of heat in my chest. Fact 3, I'm breathing shallowly.
They hate me is not a fact.
They hate me is a complete hallucination. It's a ghost story you're telling yourself about the future. The only truth you have is the text is unanswered.
When you just stay with the fact, the suffering kind of deflates.
It really does. It's amazing how much of our suffering is just bad creative writing. And moo is the editor's red pen.
So to help us get better at this, the source material breaks down 3 core Zen principles for daily use. Let's run through them. First up is Shoshin.
Shoshin, it means beginner's mind.
And the idea is basically, stop thinking you already know everything.
Which is so hard. We think we know why our boss made that face. We think we know what our partner is thinking. Shoshin says, wipe the slate clean, assume you know nothing.
Because if you assume you know, you stop actually looking.
Exactly, you just see your projection of them, not the real person in front of you.
Okay, number 2 is suchness, or tathata.
This is just this. It's directly tied to that fact versus story idea. Rain is just rain. Traffic is just traffic.
My day is ruined is the story you add on top of the traffic.
Precisely. The traffic isn't personally trying to ruin your day. Accepting the suchness of it prevents that second arrow of suffering, which is your anger about reality.
And the third one, which I think is the most misunderstood, non-attachment.
Yeah, this is where people get tripped up. They hear non-attachment and think it means being a cold, unloving robot.
Right, like, oh, I don't care if you leave me, I'm not attached. It sounds like a defense mechanism.
But that's not it. That's just building a wall. Non-attachment doesn't mean you don't love. It means you love without trying to imprison the other person or the situation.
You love your job, but you aren't terrified of it changing.
Right. You engage fully, you love fully, but you don't tie your entire identity to things staying exactly the same, because they never do.
So it's loving with an open hand, not a clenched fist.
That's a beautiful way to put it. A bird can sit on an open hand, it gets crushed in a fist.
Okay, so moving from principles to practice, the expert in our source material gives us 3 life coins questions to replace our anxious loops. I want to throw these at you.
Let's do it.
First one is for work. Instead of asking, am I good enough? Ask this. If you stop trying to prove yourself, how would you work?
Oh, that's powerful because so much of our work is driven by fear. I have to show them I'm smart. I need to justify my salary. It's tense.
And exhausting.
Yeah. If you cut that need to prove, you just do the work. You enter a state of flow. You do what actually needs to be done, not what makes you look good.
Okay, second one, for love. If you weren't afraid of being left, how would you communicate?
Ooh, yeah. Fear of abandonment makes us play all these defensive games. We get passive aggressive or we just shut down.
Don't test people.
Totally.
Yeah.
But if you cut that fear loop, you can just be honest. You can say, hey, that hurt my feelings without it being a whole drama. You can have a real connection.
And the third one, for fear itself. Before the thought arrives, what does the body feel?
This is the grounding wire. Anxiety lives in the future, in catastrophic stories, but it starts in the body as a physical sensation.
Cold hands and knot in your stomach.
Exactly. By asking that question, you drag your attention out of the imaginary future catastrophe and into the physical present. My hands are cold is a manageable problem. My life is over is not.
You're catching the signal before it gets turned into a story.
That's it. You're catching it at the physiological level.
Okay, for everyone listening who's thinking, I need this, my brain is a runaway train. The sources give a 7-day MOO protocol, a 10-minute daily routine. Let's break it down.
It's super simple, so you'll actually do it. 4 steps. First 2 minutes, the exhale.
Yeah.
It's long, slow breaths out. It tells your nervous system you're safe.
Calm the body first. Got it. Minutes 2 to 5.
Identify the loop. You have to name it to tame it. What's the binary trap today? Is it success versus failure, right versus wrong? See it clearly.
And then minutes 5 to 7, the main event.
The moo cut. Mentally say moo. Visualize yourself cutting that frame, dropping that story. You just refuse to play the game.
And the last 3 minutes.
One true action. Do one small, real thing. Drink a glass of water. Tidy one corner of your desk. Send that one email. It pulls you out of your head and back into the world.
And the idea is to have themes for each day.
Yeah, so maybe on Monday you cut the good enough versus not good enough loop. Just for one day, you refuse to grade your own existence.
Tuesday, you cut the right choice versus wrong choice loop. Stop agonizing over every little decision.
Wednesday, maybe you cut the do they love me, not love me loop. And instead of obsessing over them, you just focus on being present yourself.
It really is like a mental detox.
It is a detox from junk thoughts.
And I think we need to address that final point from our sources. The fear that if we do this, if we empty our minds of all these stories, we'll just be empty, blank.
That's the biggest misconception about all of this. Moo doesn't leave you empty in a bad, nihilistic way. It leaves you empty of painful frames.
It empties the trash.
Yes. When you take out the trash, you don't say, oh no, my bin is empty. You say, great, now there's space for what matters.
And the kitchen smells better.
Exactly. And when your mind stops struggling, you're not a zombie. You're actually more alive. The source puts it so well. We eat better. We work better. We hug our loved ones warmer.
Because you're actually there for the hug. You're not off in your head worrying about a text from 3 hours ago.
That is real awakening. It's not floating on a cloud. It's being fully here now without the running commentary.
So what this all means for you listening is that you have a tool. You have a sword. You don't have to follow every single thought down as a rabbit hole.
You have a choice. The next time you feel that spiral, starting the I'm not good enough, the what if it all goes wrong, just try it. Mentally, just say moo, cut the power, and see what's actually left when the story is gone.
And speaking of power and energy, we're going to shift gears in our next deep dive. We've talked about emptying the mind, but next time we're talking about managing the energy in the body.
Yes, specifically Kundalini and the chakras. But again, from a practical, mechanical perspective, how do you handle those high energy states without burning out?
That is going to be fascinating. But for today, your challenge is simple. Find your loop. Use the sword.
And come back to the real world. It's much better here.
Thanks for diving in with us. We'll see you in the next one.
Take care.